Good evening and welcome back. I'm Madeline Farber.
And I'm Bentley Leonard. It was tough to watch as the Jayhawks fell to the Kentucky Wildcats last night in a 72-40 loss at the State Farm Champions Classic. The number one ranked team handed Kansas its biggest loss in the Bill Self era. Kentucky's relentless lineup dominated on the boards and caused trouble for the Jayhawk offense. KU, now 1-1 on the season, will host Rider on Monday, November 24th at Allen Fieldhouse.
On a brighter note, the women's basketball team dominated the Texas Southern Tigers last night in Allen Fieldhouse. The Jayhawks finished the game with a final score of 69-44, scoring 41 points in the first half. Kansas had a 17-point lead against the Lady Tigers at halftime. Freshman guard Shayla Cheadle was a big part of the team's victory, making 4 3-pointers and earning the team 15 points overall. The women's basketball team will take on Alabama this Friday in Allen Fieldhouse at 6 p.m.
That'd be a fun game to watch, unlike last night's game.
Yeah, you were telling me earlier that you watched it with some friends.
Yes, last night we all got together, had high hopes for the team. We knew that Kentucky was already ranked number one in the AP polls before,
That's crazy.
Yeah, but it was definitely evident when they came out with guys 6'9" or taller, and our tallest were about 6'8". And
that's just too bad.
Yeah.
You said it was supposed to be really close, though. I didn't get a chance to watch it.
We were expecting a good game, the exhibition games, and then last week we played really well. We were doing good, I thought. And then last night, first couple of minutes, we had 3 shots blocked. And even though we have great players, they just couldn't go up against Kentucky's massive players. They were so big. And John Calipari, after the game, said it best. They don't have substitutes. They do have reinforcements. And every person who came off their bench was tall, athletic, fast. They played great. They stopped us on offense. We couldn't stop them on defense. Yeah. So it just kept trickling down. And at halftime, we were down by 10, so we're like, oh, okay, halftime. Self will give that good pep talk. We'll come out, and then ended up losing by 32 points.
I wonder what it was other than them just being so good.
I think it was because their team was so tall and they were just already ready, and they knew how to, they knew that Kansas was great on, the offensive boards and that we could shoot and everything, and they stopped us completely.
So were we just unprepared, or was it just one of those
I don't think it was that. I just think our shooting was down, our percentages were low.
Yeah.
And, we had no players scoring double digits. Cliff Alexander and Wayne Selden were our top scorers with 9 and 8. So, we just weren't shooting. We could not get stops. We couldn't get on the boards. We had 11 turnovers at the end of the game, and they had 11 blocked shots. So,
God, sounds like I really missed an exciting game, even though we lost.
Oh, it was not exciting. It was rough. And at Indianapolis, where they played, Kentucky fans dominated. They were everywhere. Even though we're both blue, it was just a sea of Kentucky blue.
I couldn't imagine being on a team like that and having an opposing team just surrounding you with their crowd, and it must be so intimidating.
Yeah.
But we're going to take a short break. We're going to be back with Captain James Anguiano of the KU Public Safety next. Stay with us.
Where you go to college makes a statement about you. This place will become a part of you, your identity for life. The University of Kansas, a great place to be you.
Welcome back. With all the frightening assaults taking place in recent past, it's important for students to know how to stay safe and what to do in a case of emergency. With us now is KU Public Safety Officer James Anguiano to give us the inside scoop on how to stay safe. Welcome, James. Thanks for joining us.
No problem.
So, what is your role as a public safety officer?
Currently, I'm assigned as a captain of our Community Services Division and Investigations Division. I've been with the university for 27 years.
Okay. So what made you interested in getting into public safety?
When I was in college at Washburn, I wanted to help people and be involved in the community. I've been at KU my whole career. I've really enjoyed the university setting. I like to help students develop.
That's awesome. So where's the public safety office located?
The public safety office is located at 1501 Crestline Drive, which is just west of 15th and Iowa Street. We sit on the corner of Bob Billings and Crestline. That sits there, and we're with entomology.
Okay. So what are some other things that people in your office do besides?
We currently have 18 police officers that patrol campus 24 hours a day. We have safety and security officers that lock the buildings at night. We also have student security monitors that monitor our camera monitoring system, and they work in Anschutz Library and Spar Library as well, providing security.
All right. So what are some tips that you have for students to just stay safe on campus, you know, with all the recent events that have been going on?
To stay safe, I believe students should travel in groups. They also, if they're at any parties and they decide to consume alcohol or any other kind of drink, if a drink's left unattended, not to drink out of that drink or never accept a drink from a stranger. Always have a plan as well. If you have a plan and you stick to that plan, you're able to get home safe. If you have to walk, you don't utilize Safe Ride or Safe Bus, stay on the well-lighted paths of campus. If there's an emergency, dial 911. If you don't have an emergency but need a police department, contact the KU Public Safety Office at 864-5900.
Okay. Well, thanks so much for joining us today. We'll be back with the news shortly after a quick break.
Kansas officials emphasized the severity of the sexual assaults this week in lieu of a fraternity's lack of cooperation during an investigation. Reports of sexual assault at the Kappa Sigma House over homecoming weekend resulted in the fraternity's temporary suspension. KU officials previously stated that they did not expect the investigation to be completed within the 60-day window normally allotted for these situations and will continue to investigate into December.
Lawrence police identified the body of the Cedar Woods apartment victim as 19-year-old Justina Altamirano Masso. Masso's body was found in her apartment on November 4th, and police have concluded this case was a homicide. Investigators are still searching for leads on the case and have yet to make any arrests. Law enforcement officials hope that by releasing the victim's identity, tips from the community will surface.
Missouri Governor Jay Nixon appointed 16 members to a recommendation panel to fix the social and economic inequalities in Ferguson. Nixon declared a state of emergency on Monday to prepare for the grand jury's decision regarding the case, but his panel is expected to have positive impact in the community. The St. Louis suburb has been rocked by protests since August when a Caucasian police officer shot and killed an unarmed African-American teenager.
2 armed Palestinians entered a synagogue in Jerusalem yesterday and killed 4 worshipers before being shot by police. 3 of the victims were rabbis who have held dual U.S. and Israeli citizenships. Israel and Palestine tensions have escalated as violence in the battle over Jerusalem has increased recently. President Obama openly disapproved the terrorist attack, saying too many people have died and called for both sides to lower tensions.
That's it for your news update. When we come back after the break, we'll have the latest on this cold front coming into Kansas. Stay with us.
Where you go to college makes a statement about you. This place will become a part of you, your identity for life. The University of Kansas, a great place to be you.
Welcome back. We're here with Christy for the weather update. Hey, Christy.
Hey,
Hey, how's the weather outside?
right now it's a 31 degree outside. I'm standing at the front of the Union, in front of the bus stop, and there are still a few students waiting here in the cold. But luckily this KU freeze is finally coming to the end.
Okay, so what about tomorrow?
Tomorrow we're gonna have a highest degree of 44, and it's gonna be a little bit cold in the morning. It's gonna be 21 degree, but in the afternoon it's gonna warm up.
Okay, so what do we have to look for the rest of the week?
On this Friday, we're gonna have a slight chance of raining. It's gonna be 42 degrees, and on this Saturday, it's gonna be 55 degrees. So we're gonna warm up a lot, but we also have a 60% of chance to rain.
All right. Thankfully, we don't get the same weather as Buffalo, New York. I heard that they got 6 feet of snow.
Oh wow, that's like really tall. That's like almost as tall as my boyfriend.
Okay. Thanks for the weather update, Christy.
No problem.
We're gonna take a short break, so stay with us.
Hi, and welcome back. Today, even though it's a special day as always, it's even more special day because it's Cal Butcher's birthday.
Yay! So we're gonna sing him happy birthday.
Yeah, I should have tried out for American Idol, so be ready for this
Okay,
one.
ready?
1, 2, 3. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Cal. Happy birthday to you.
Thank you.
Hi. How old are you today?
Old, very old.
Not old enough,
But
though.
I'm not mic'd, so they can't hear me.
Wait, here, say that again.
I'm old. I'm very old.
What are you doing for your birthday?
I'm watching the final 2 episodes of Breaking Bad.
Ooh, wow.
Sounds like
I'm
a real
behind.
party.
I'm behind the times.
All right, well, that's
Anyway,
it.
well, tomorrow we're going to say that our own director of Good Evening KU, Abby Walsh, is going to be hosting 3 in the Key, which is the sports show.
Friday.
Just
Friday.
kidding, on Friday.
It'll be a
So
good
it's clearly
one.
been a long day, a little bit for all of us. But she's going to be hosting, so you guys should definitely tune in to watch her, because is she on camera that often?
No.
No.
First time.
It's first time on camera.
Woo.
So
It's a big one.
unfortunately, that's all the time we have for today, but definitely join us next week, and don't forget to wish Cal Butcher a happy birthday and watch Abby tomorrow, or Friday.
Hi.